What's going on, moviegoers? If you're new to the channel, my name is Christian. Welcome to C-Roll Productions. Neve Campbell has officially came out and talked about Scream 5. Now, she came out and stated that, yes, she is in talks with the directors, with the studio, about a possible return to the franchise as Sidney Prescott. And this really excites me. Really excites me because now this kind of solidifies the idea of kind of where they're going with this. Now, some people are speculating saying that this movie was going to be an entire reboot. But now, if it's in the same world of what Wes Craven created over the past 20 years, now this is a continuation of that franchise, and I'm really excited about it. Now, Scream is a franchise that I thoroughly enjoyed. Of course, the GOAT is always going to be number one. The sequel was still damn pretty good. I really enjoyed Scream 3. Scream 4, it kind of was a guilty pleasure of mine. It really was. And then they went off to do that whole MTV series, which I didn't care for. I didn't watch it. The mask was stupid. And then eventually they went back to the OG mask. I was like, thank you. What the fuck were you thinking? But Scream 5 is going to be the first film that Wes Craven will not be a part of because he passed away some years back. But this really excites me. I kind of want to know where they're going to go with the story for this Scream 5. How can they really give this franchise the jolt of energy that it needs to continue on? I mean, look at what Halloween did in Halloween 2018. You know what I mean? It was a direct sequel from the first film in 1978. And it really capitalized off just being a direct sequel. And, it brought Michael Myers back to the big screen in a big fucking way. I mean, Michael Myers is one of the most iconic serial killers of all time when we're talking horror films. And with Ghostface, Ghostface is very iconic. I remember back in middle school, everybody had a Ghostface mask. Everybody had the one with the blood. You press a button and the blood falls down the face. Like, that shit was OG. But I'm really excited about Scream 5. I just want them to continue a story in a unique but refreshing way to really capitalize off of Sidney Prescott and her story and where they can really go. Because now that, Scream 4 was already done, right? And it ended up being her niece or whatnot, like her niece and a couple of her, the students in the high school, they were the killers. Where can you really go? I mean, it's going to get kind of complicated. Maybe her mom didn't die. Maybe her mom was, a part of this big plot to kill, her father and, her daughter. So I'm just kind of curious to see what direction they can go with this franchise after Scream 4, because it's going to be tricky. It's going to be tricky, but after seeing the little interview with Neve Campbell in it, she seems like she's on board. She talked a little bit about the directors, and the directors are very passionate about what Wes Craven did with the first 4 films. So I'm like, okay, they're respecting Wes Craven, and they want to continue on his franchise and this character, this iconic horror character, further on down the line. So it's going to be interesting to see what really happens with this franchise, and and what kind of role Neve Campbell will have in this film, as Sidney Prescott. And maybe Deputy Dewey comes back. You know what I mean? You gotta have the OG cast in there. You really do. Even though majority of them are dead, there's only like 3 of them left. So it's gonna be kind of hard to see where they take these old characters and kind of put them with the new cast. And hopefully it's not the whole cliche and the high school shit, and because I'm not a fan of like these young actors nowadays. And it's not throwing shade, that's just me being real. Like, these young actors, they don't do it for me. Look at this first Scream movie. I know that they weren't necessarily the same age as high schoolers are supposed to be, 17, 18 years old. They're probably in their 23, 24, 25 playing high schoolers, but they were good, really good. Nowadays, I feel like it suffers. You know what I mean? You can't do high school movies anymore. One of the problems is, I always say this, like, high schoolers nowadays look like middle schoolers. They do. Like, the whole generational gap thing, they look so much younger. So I'm like, what the fuck? Like, it's just so off to me. It really is. And they tried that with Scream 4, and I hope we don't go that route. I mean, we did the college route, we did the high school route. Where are we going to go with this next story is what I'm really intrigued by. But I'm still hyped. I love Scream. I can't wait to see Ghostface return. Hopefully this shit is scary. And I'm hoping that, you know, the OG cast really do come back for this film. If this is their, you know, final film in the Scream franchise. I'm curious to see what really happens. But post your comments down below, guys. Let me know what you guys think about Neve Campbell possibly returning as Sidney Prescott in Scream 5. And where would you like to take the story for Scream 5? Post your comments down below, you guys. Thank you for taking time today for watching CEO Productions. Peace.
We out.